Good morning. We are a good little bit in your chores, but I figured we could do a little bit of a vlog day in the lifestyle. So right now I'm just walking past pens, in pens, making sure everyone is good to go. I'm really out of breath right now. I don't know why, but there's feeder calves behind me. These are all the bottom calves in one of these pens. So they're a little bit squished in there right now until our fats are gone, so then we can divide them up. They're not really squished, there's just not enough room for them to eat in the bunk, so they kind of have to play, take turns, but they feed all day, so they're fine. Oh yeah, we got 18 inches of snow last week. The week before that, I don't even know anymore when it was. It was great. We need the moisture, but it's been a long time since we've gotten that much snow one time, so that's a challenge. But these are our home raised calves in this pen. They are doing really well. Haven't had any issues with them, which is kind of the normals considering bought in calves from a sale barn versus home raised that have all the works. We tend to buy high risk calves, bring them in, so you have to watch them a lot more. But there's dollars that you save, so it's kind of a gamble you take. But they did really well for us coming on feeds. Now hopefully, knock on wood, they continue to do well for us. These are all the home raised ones. So the blue tags, if you're seeing the difference here, is this one, and this one have different color tags. Red tags are my parents' calves / out of my parents' cows, and then blue tags are out of mine and my husband's. So that's how we differentiate. There's the bulls. I'll have to add a clip. We had a bull halfway in the bunk yesterday when I got here, and I was like, "What are you doing, sir?" And he just looked at me. So, sir, what are you doing in there? What are you doing? I came in here and you were licking the feeder wagon, but what are you doing? So he's coming. See his syrup. So I'll hook him up. Then he'll give me the go ahead. And he's tracking on performance beef to know how much to add with the iPad and the tractor. Or his phone, I don't know. And I hit the switch. It's really exciting. And turn it off. Box. And he'll let it mix, and I'll go meet him in the back. I walk through the alleyway all the way to the cows. Get my steps in the morning. It also gives me another chance to look out the over, make sure the fats are lazy, so this lasts. I only have 35 fats left, so I don't know, there's a lot more than that. They're just at the end, truck coming soon, so they're lazy. They're the bottom end for a reason. They don't have as much drive to go eat. Now I'm over by the barn, walking through to go open the hay later for the cows. Goodness, she likes her job. Hey, not yet. So much snow. This back over here. Don't shock myself. So these are all of our home raised cows. Home raised or had for more than a couple of years. So we end up with some 7 years. So this is just some plastic. That was in a bale. Hello. You're really tame, I know. It's coming, I promise. Let's check for any more. Oh, he's gonna go feed the heifers first? Goodness, what a jerk. That's fine. So we have our heifers in that very first pen right up here, along with my old lady. Jesus. We'll reverse the order every once in a while. So today is heifers first. Was that necessary? Goodbye. So here's some more examples. Blue tag cows versus red tag cows. And the 18 means they calved in 2018 for the first time. Same with the 8. So those are, they were 2 and 18, 6-year-old cows now. Going to be 7-year-old cows, which is crazy because I feel like I just bought them. But so he'll do that drop. And then he'll come over here. And these rows get the rest of the feed. So it's not so bad. Just do those girls first. Otherwise, you have to make sure you leave exactly the right amount on the feeder wagon. Girls, don't be pushy. Sneak through, check this bunk. I don't see anything. To the next bunk. And I'll keep walking, making sure cows are good. It's not a piece. What's up, spicy senorita? Specifically looking for anything that might have been metal that got through. Just got some plastic, but plastic. So there is a magnet on there, but sometimes it doesn't catch it. And all the rest of the feed will go in here. So this is the cow ration. Ground hay, ground corn stalks. There's not actually a lot of hay in here. It's mostly ground corn stalks, so just a little bit of hay. We have some of our soy syrup, of course, corn silage, balancer minerals, and that's the cow ration. So it's got some moisture to it. When I squeeze it, it sticks to me because of the syrup, which helps them eat up the corn stalks and all the filler and stuff. Because these cows, where they're at now, the goal is for them to, we got them to gain weight post-weaning. They just need to maintain now and not get too chunky before calving, or we're gonna have issues with dystocia and such while they are calving. And nobody wants to have that. So now we're just maintaining. That way they don't get too chunky, but they have good weight on them. There's a couple out here that could use some weight yet. So we work on this week. I'm gonna sort them off, put them in the barn, and they'll hang out. But these girls are due March 11, so we're getting closer and closer. Another chance to look at the calves. So always look for ears and head position. The easiest way to check them. Apparently he missed the bunk, so we'll scoop this up later because their bunk is super full. But apparently big ol' pile on the ground. Did the drive a shame. Picked up his feet over there. Gonna have to dig on him later for that.
Hi, babies. Hi, butter babies.
Hi, butter babies. There's the amigos we saw the other day. We just took your babies away because you're not feeding them very well. Here's the triplets. Are you in a bucket? So those are two babies we're in a bottle feed now. Hi, babies. You've had babies since. And Cricket had babies since. So, whole bunch of goats. Our syrup tank too, so it's got a nice little, I don't know what you want to call it, giant straw. And then we have an underground tank in here that they come and fill. So, it's like an old fuel tank. You got your pump covered so we didn't get any ice on it. And that thing, you can see the edge of it's like right there. So that's the syrup. You can't smell it through a video, but it's a really fun smell. Tell you what, and you can see what color it is. Wait for the finger. And turn it off. Bam. Now he's gonna go feed the cows in the barn. This load, he's got 4 drops plus bowls, so 5 drops total, so he's got to pay a little bit more attention when he's using the Performance Beef app, which I will talk more about throughout the year, but he's got us push a little button at the end of each group pen drop, and then go to the next one. So there's just a little like switch from pen to pen. So you click like pen 2, pen 3, pen 4, pen 5, and then the bulls are on this load too. So they have a little mini drop up top over by the shop. So which is nice that I have it set up that way. He drives all the way to the barn, drives down the barn, does 4 out of 6 pens in this drop, and then ends up by the shop, which is where he puts the tractor anyway. So easy peasy. You guys are due on Valentine's Day. You need a shop this week too. There's old lady. Here's our simmies. We got a bunch of simmies on a feeder calf load, and they are registered and fancy, so we kept them. Goodness, Sterling. This is from yesterday. I'm gonna have to pick this up later, but these are those boughten cows, so they are all next. There's 4 pens of them. There's 22 in a pen, which is not quite full. You can fit 25 cows in a pen, so 25, 26. So they have plenty of room, but they are eating most of their food. This is just remnants from when he ground his own corn stalks, so we gotta clean it up. But so he's got the wrong side delivery. Has to drive all the way down and turn around and then come back because it's on the left side. So in the market for a new one, we're gonna get a right side delivery. 4. There he is, pushing the button. So you can tell there's space in here yet. Lots of extra space, but he's doing that one. He's almost to pen 5 now. So it's set at a certain intake, and then the feeding system applies exactly the amount of feed that they need based on how many head are in that pen. It's real handy. So they got their food. Let's look them over. They're getting more and more used to us. So these are those silver cows. So the fact that they're not all running away is a big win, because when I first got here, they would run to the opposite side of the barn way in the back. So I'm still back up, but most of them just look at me like, what do you want? And here's our smaller calves that are still in here. Some little bottle calves, tail enders. I don't know why you're in here because you're big, but I think you just didn't sort off. So okay, there's a little one back there. So eventually, soon, you guys will be moved out, and we'll move all the cows in because calving will start. Yeah, I check animals, make sure they're alive. I tend to be a little bit better at that. Obviously, like, you notice if they're not alive, but noticing little things, Mom and I are a little better at that than Dad. So he feeds, does all that. My dad actually probably prefers crops more than anything, but I must have biffed it there. That was fun. I prefer cattle, so I don't mind crops, but this is my happy place, if you can't tell. So checking them over, but everyone looks good. They're all eating. I'll see what else we're gonna tackle for the day. Something really fun. This is where we calved before the barn. This yard. And then we'd move them to the hoop barn down there. We'd use the front part of this shed. Play Ring Around the Rosie. We calved later, so that way it was like April. So we could haul cows out in May. We used to calve in there. It was great in these 2 yards. Now we're gonna calve in a nice barn back there. So it'll be a whole new adventure. But when in doubt, just put a new filter in. Yeehaw. Oh, those clips have to lock into that thing.
I win today.
Yay!
When I knew it is so tight.
Yeah, it's dusty in there. Ready to put this on the air because it likes to get in there and start on fire. super fun. Like a chain, like a video game. Yeah, I can't put that music on here because it will get copyrighted. So I am home. I have the next 2 hours. I'm gonna do some book work, going to work on some like posting content and stuff like that. Get a workout in, eat some lunch, and then go back to the farm, and then we will continue this vlog because we're going to work on the office for the barn, so I can show you our progress there. Okay, it's really red outside. I'm carrying 85 million things. I have a tomato face, but Ness, should we go to the farm? Hey, should we go to the farm? Come on for a ride? Clearly she's distracted today, but without further ado, we're gonna go drive the mile and a half to the farm. Oh, there we go. Working on ceiling, insulation, all that fun stuff. And then tell you what, it is so nice outside. We are in like the upper 20s, right around 30 degrees now, with not a lot of wind, which in the Midwest makes a big difference, and the sun is shining, so even like at all the calves are all like, cows are out in the field just lounging, and I'm walking around in a hoodie for the first time in a while. Feels good. Even the bulls are like, it's nice out, so making good progress in there. Now doing the ceiling in the bathroom, so I'll give you a little tour once we're done. My dad is so shy about the camera, so you get a little bit of his sass every once in a while, but I'm gonna turn that camera off. It's my life. So another day of some progress in here. I'll give you the whole tour, whole spin around, and I won't spin when I actually give you a tour, but this is the office for the new barn. So it's the old garage that we moved across the yard. If you missed that video, it was a little bit sketchy. We lifted it up from the center of the yard and put it on a flatbed trailer, and then drove it out of the yard, through the field, backed it up onto the concrete here, and that's their office. So it's the shelf and old garage. We're making it new, but I'll give you a little tour. Okay, so this door right here is where you walk in from the barn. This door you can walk in from the north side. There's a lot of snow. So we're not using this right now, but you can walk in. So when you walk in, this is kind of what you see. This is going to be the bathroom and like storage room. There's a drain and all that stuff if we have to wash off the calf. Boots, muddy stuff, all that, you know, fun stuff. We're gonna put a sink here, toilet and stuff will go there. All of our electrical stuff will have some storage in here for like meds and all that fun stuff. And then this will have a sliding barn door on it if I can back up. Across here, that way it can shut for obviously privacy and such. So the electrician should be here soon to put his stuff on that wall back there and get all the fun stuff hooked up. We have to finish that yet. We're gonna have a little crawl space access up here, but we have to finish this wall before we can finish the ceiling. So when you walk in, we're gonna have our like cabinets and kitchen-y stuff here. So it'll be a fridge, cabinets top and bottom, for, you know, toaster and pizzazz and all that fun stuff, storage wise, and also just for food and stuff, so you can just like stay out here instead of having to go in the house and don't have to get out of your muddy, crappy clothes. Do you like it in here? Are you gonna live in here? And then we gotta do this wall yet. We mainly did this one, that way if the electrician shows up, he can put outlets in. There's not gonna be any on this wall, so we didn't worry about. And there will be some on this wall and this wall. So then this corner, we're gonna have a chair and a couch here. We're gonna have our TVs here. That way you can have cameras up on there. Because we're gonna have cameras in the barn, so you can watch them on one TV, and then another TV I think we'll have open. If you're on calving duty all night, you can watch Netflix if you really want to in the big screen. So you can just kind of hang out here and live out here. So that's this corner, chair, table, all that fun stuff. And then you walk out past the bathroom, so you can like have calves in here too, and go out and see your cows. So, well, let me turn the heater on quickly again. Bam. It's very toasty in here now that it's insulated. Come on, Ness. Go. So then you walk up here, shut the door, and this is where pen 1 is, so we can have heifers and such up in here. Moonlight is eating her feed over here. You can also have a pen in here for a pair if you need to, and you can create more in that pen. So, but yeah. What up? You eating your food? Old lady's getting her evening meal. So she has been eating the TMR with the rest of the cows because it's palatable enough with her with a lack of teeth. But I give her earlage, silage, modified distillers, a little bit of hay at night, just to give her some extra since homegirl's almost 17. Shut this little man. Got it. So, shut a big old belly on her. Just a little bit of a bag action happening. She bags forever. It's the half dairy. So here's the heifers and an older cow. They might need some weights in here. And then the other cows are down there. So this is our first pen. Dad's going to bed them shortly. If you can't hear his beeping, he's loading up the bale processor. So it's at 8:15. You're built just like your mom. It's not your mom next to you, but she's very stout and very chunky. There's the man himself getting the bale processor set up. So we will split an entire bale all the way down the barn. So they all just get like a 1/6 of a bale essentially. Yeah, I ate corn stalks for you, so you're welcome for that, because good thing it's hair wash day, because I have insulation everywhere, and now I have corn stalks literally everywhere. So he's gonna split the other bale coming around. Oh, I got King of the Hill. Bro! King of the Mountain, apparently. So he's gonna split that bale. These 2 pens across the alleyway. Check out that sunset though. I'm a fan of that. And it's after 5 o'clock. We're still light. So I think things were getting really dark at like 4:30 not long ago. So pretty excited for it to be light out. So they all have fresh bedding. I'm gonna go put Moonlight away. That was kind of a little day in the life. Showed you most of what we did. But yeah, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you next time. And I don't know. I'm just glad that it is nicer outside. So, until next time, I'll see you then.